So hello, it's been a little while since we uploaded a video, and I'm sitting here in a hotel, gonna edit some of this stuff. I went to the Connecticut Thrifting meetup, little event thing. We went to the last couple of them just for to do some RA and all that kind of stuff. And I shot some footage of us shopping and stuff like that on the way up here. I haven't really been making videos. Obviously, there's no excuse to this. I haven't been making them. I haven't really got around to it. Obviously, if I really want to make videos, we would have did it. But we set the real high goal this year for Amazon, and we've been hitting it and been working on that. And haven't really, had time to or made time to make videos, I guess. And as you see, is our little setup we did in this room to get the shipment out. Just a Dymo 4XL over there and this laptop. And you'll see some of that in here. But I guess I'll just, here's some footage from us shopping earlier. Alright, so we just left Kohl's. First time never using Kohl's cash, and I guess it worked. The writing on it's kind of confusing as far as it's gonna actually work. It's like clearance items, the only thing it looks like it's not gonna work on. But I said a bunch of stuff about sale items, and worked out alright though. But even though there is a Walmart and a Goodwill down there, I'm gonna have to skip those. We're gonna try to get a Toys R Us today, and the Toys R Us is still like an hour away. So we'll see what's all left in that one. All right, we finally made it to Lima, not sure which. GPS says Lima. As you can see, it's actually still kind of packed from when we were here last time. As you can see, the store is very much empty. And they go a picture with Jeffrey, but yeah. I was like we're gonna come empty-handed, but there might be a couple equipment-based things over there. As you can see, the chairs. Let's go find out. This was checked, even for Toys R Us. We even got the little mini packer, Toys R Us shrink wrap machine. I did find a mini packer, but as you can see, it's one of the most well-used ones we've seen. You can see the buttons even like coming off of it, but it does come with a replacement belt. But they were gonna pass though because we've got them much cheaper, and we don't need a broken one, even though if it's still worth it. Who needs Goodwill? Man, what the hell is this? Some big double-sided thermal paper. Who needs Goodwill? And you can get your boombox at Toys R Us. Alright, ain't gonna be nothing here. They got a bunch of these little displays for $15. We have picked up banners and some mini packers, but I guess this Monday here, when most stores gonna be closed by Friday, is gonna be a shoot. But we didn't come here just for Toys R Us. We're actually traveling to another state, so we'll figure that out later. Alright, we're kind of next door to the Toys R Us in one of these farming stores, and toy selection isn't very good, but that's alright. We're mostly toys, and we're just making a couple stops before we head that way because we need to leave kind of late, so we're gonna need to figure out where we're gonna stop and get a hotel at, so we can have enough for a shipment. Because Toys R Us was kind of a dud, and this one here don't have too much stuff. But we're gonna figure out where we're gonna end up. Might actually end up going to Findlay, which is kind of out of the way, but not really. It's only like 20 minutes out of the way to hit up another store that we think we got a lead on. But I guess we'll find out if we do it or not. Alright, so here's the Keepa for the item that I just bought. It's $35. It's in the clearance section, and it does have a sticker on it, but it says 50 to 80% off. We'll see how much it is, but the normal price is $34.99, and it has the Keepa chart with nobody on it. So it's a pretty good home run. Alright, so we had to leave that store because we had a one toy was like an $8 profit. We didn't want to wait in the line. The line was way too long. And as far as that other thing with the Keepa graph, it was full price, even though it said it like buy one get one BOGO, but it wasn't really a BOGO. It was only full price for some reason. I don't know what BOGO was, but that sucked. But as you can see, it's still good, like a $50 profit. We're gonna skip this one on to the next store because there's a lot more stuff to be there. We want to wait like half an hour in line, even though the money ratio is probably worth it. I mean, they didn't really take a half hour either, but that's all right. On the next one. All right, I just got out of that store, spent $373. It wasn't too bad, just spent $373. So I made it to our stop that we have some intel on. Hopefully we'll make it. It's like 6:20, it's like 45 minutes away, so we should be all right. But that's gonna be the next stop. I think we're gonna pull out much stuff out of the store, but I guess that's the way it ends up sometimes. So our little lead on some stuff, we got 2 of them. As you see, those pink Legos are like 100 after fees. I think like 17-ish. But we have the lead. We know it was at. We've seen them. We just don't remember exactly what store it is. It's either in Ohio and Illinois, which is a pretty long way. There's Indiana in between that. But at least we got Ohio checked off the list. We know it's not in Ohio anymore. So now it's probably somewhere up there. Still got 2 though. It's still like, you know, pretty good profit, $100 for fees. I guess we're currently sourcing in a dead mall. It's actually pretty, not sure what that store is. Oh, it's a Dunham's, just a sports store. We're still in that Findlay, Ohio bit. So you can see, if you ever watch those dead mall videos, I think this is one of them. It's kind of Monday, a little bit late, but found a few things in the one store and I head out of here. All right, so it's about 11 o'clock and it's a music player, but let's do it. All right, so it's about 11 o'clock. We kind of ended a little early there. It hit those few stops and decided to get some miles on the road. And I think we're going to we're going to go to Pittsburgh. I think some of the reselling we know was there at least like 1 or 2 weeks ago, but we're going to stop anyway. Stop at the Toys R Us to see if anything was left behind. But we're only going to make it about Youngstown today. Hopefully, we got about an hour. Tried to get a hotel on the American Express, didn't get our 5 times points, but I know they did some maintenance and all that kind of stuff. I think they use Expedia as their back end or whatever. But what wouldn't let me do it is about 10:30, so it must be they moved the cutoff time up earlier. So we're gonna go get one right across Holiday Inn from across from the Toys R Us and hit that one way up north in Youngstown, and then go down towards Pittsburgh and all those up here. And we got one more Walmart, but we had to stop for some gas because we were about out. And one of like the weirdest, smallest Dairy Queen. I guess I should have took a camera in there, but I didn't. Smallest Dairy Queen I've ever seen. It's inside of a gas station. But we were I think we only had like maybe 20 miles left to go or something like that. And we'll see how high this thing gets up to. I don't know how much it usually goes up to, probably 33, 34 gallons or something like that. But we've usually been driving the same thing, the same truck, but like 50, almost 60,000 miles on it now. So it's the one we usually take everywhere we go. We went down to Texas and doing this Connecticut trip. We already did the Connecticut trip a couple times. But you can see that putting in about 34 gallons. $87. They don't get the greatest gas mileage, even though it has a V6 in it, but could be the way we drive it too. So that's where we left that gas station to get gas. We had to make a restroom stop. They actually didn't have a restroom, so we went for Walmart, which is right across the road, and we ended up getting, how's it so blurry? A whole cart full of stuff. It was stuff clearance for, I mean, you've probably seen some of that stuff for your resellers in the carts before, at least marked down to $5, but they had like things marked down to $1 and $5, and it was all like, you know, 7, 8, 9 times your money. I mean, sometimes there's a few things, little tiny things we bought that was like $1, and it was like, you know, one was like $7.86 after fees, the other one was like, you know, $4.85 after fees. So they're at the greatest. It takes a little bit of takes some time to kind of label and prep that kind of stuff, but it's all right. It's still a lot of money. And but there was a big clump of things that were $1 that was like 7 something and change after fees. So then all the other little trucks was like 5 into like 20 after fees, 5 into 25 after fees, and a couple were only 5 into 10 after fees. But turned into a pretty good style. It's one of those rural Walmarts. It's not rural because it has 2 entrances, but it's kind of in between the big towns that we don't really stop at. And decided to stop at this one. Turned out great. And that is what I have for the first couple of days there in the video. As you know, when you first start, you know, you haven't made a video in a while, start making one, it takes a little while to get used to being in front of the camera and talking into the camera and stuff like that, kind of getting into the groove. So I'm sure that'll improve over time. But that's what got going on the first couple of days that we left. I don't think we did a shipment that first night. We ended up doing one the next 2 nighs. And I got that on video, at least some of those. So stay tuned to those videos so you can see how much we make when we're on the road. I show the inventory lab numbers and all that jazz, so you'll be able to see how much money you put out when you're working on the road doing some RA. But I think that's going to be it for this video. And thanks for watching, guys, and there'll be some more to come.